Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. Now today's reading will be a general intuitive monthly tarot reading focusing on the energy surrounding us during the month of March 2018. For this reading, I'll be using the Crystal Visions Tarot deck. Any clarifiers, if I need to use them, I will be using the Klimt Tarot. It's the pocket edition, right, of the Klimt Tarot. And the two oracle cards for this month, I will use the Soulful Woman oracle card and one additional one from the Power of Love deck by James von Praagh. Okay. As always, I'd just like to remind you that these readings are general in nature. The messages may or may not resonate with you. I would suggest that you check out, besides your sun sign video, also take a look at your moon sign and rising sign, because some months, one video might not resonate, but the others might, or, all three of them together will give you a more holistic view of what's going on during the month. And if you would like a truly personalized reading, the only way to get that is to order a private reading from me. If you're interested, you can take a look at my site, changingphasestarot.weebly.com. There you'll find pricing as well as the types of videos, the video readings that I offer. Or you could email me at changingphasestarot@gmail.com. Just a couple of quick announcements. This month of March, I'll be putting out 2 full moon spread readings. These are in addition to the regular readings that I usually put out during the month, because this month of March we have 2 full moons coming up. So the first one is on March 1st, and the second one of the month, the blue moon, will be on March 31st. So be looking out for those, and also be looking out for the drawing giveaway video I will be posting. So if you're interested, it explains what you need to do to get entered into the drawing. I usually do 1 free drawing at the full moon each month. This month there'll be 2. Last month we didn't have any because there weren't any full moons, and we had 2 in January. So watch that if you're interested. You could enter to win one. It's a 1-question reading, but I usually do just similar to what the monthly reading looks like. I do a 10-card Celtic cross spread, pull clarifiers. So if you're interested, take advantage of the giveaway. All right, I will stop for now, and we'll see each of you for your reading. Have a wonderful month. Hi, Aquarius. Hope you're doing well. I'm here to get into your March 2018 reading. I've already meditated off camera, have shuffled, and already laid your spread just to try to save a little bit of time here. Let me go ahead and lower the camera down so we can have a look at the reading. I will show you all the cards. So we have at the center of your reading the Page of Pentacles. Crossing the Page of Pentacles, you have the Ace of Wands. The foundation of your reading, you have Major Arcana, number 15, the Devil. And I did pull clarifiers on a couple of your cards, so I'll show you those when we get to them. So I have clarifiers for the Devil. In the past position, we have the King of Pentacles. Crowning your reading, and I pulled clarifiers on this one as well, but we have the Unknown card. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with the Crystal Visions Tarot deck, this deck actually has one additional Major Arcana card, which is this one. It comes after the World card, and it's known as the Unknown, and we'll talk a little bit about it, but it's sort of specific or special to this particular deck. In the future position, we have Major Arcana number 10, the Wheel of Fortune. You appear as 0 of the Major Arcana, the Fool. Surrounding you in your environment, or how others are seeing you, we have the 7 of Pentacles. Your hopes and fears, the 6 of Swords. And you leave the month of March heading into April with Major Arcana number 9, the Hermit. And the card that was at the bottom of the deck, the overall energy for the month of March. You are appearing here, right, as you in your element, the Queen of Swords. So this tells me that, you know, you have a lot, although you do have, let's see, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana cards. So I was going to say, that, you know, that you are very much in control of the month of March, but there also is, you know, quite a bit of divine guidance going on here as well, okay? And then I do have 2 oracle cards, which we'll get to at the end, okay? So beginning with this Queen of Swords as the overall energy for the month of March. Let me move this just a little bit so you can see. There we go. That's better. So the Queen of Swords, this is obviously your, you know, it's your, the suit of air. Aquarius is an air sign. And it has to do with our intellect. It has to do with, you know, the suit of swords. It's how we communicate. It's, you know, it's really the cerebral energy. It's a very intellectual, cerebral, our thoughts, it's our imagination. You know, it's a suit that really, where we come up with, you know, our intentions, where we set those intentions with the swords. And the Queen of Swords is that she can be, you know, an actual person. When we have court cards in the reading, I was trying to see if we have, yeah, we do. We have a King of Pentacles in the past position. So when we have court cards in a reading, they can be people who we're dealing with, who might, you know, be playing a prominent role in whatever is going on during the month, in this case, during the month of March. If so, this would typically be an older air sign individual, so Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, like yourself. Doesn't necessarily have to be a female, right? It's not gender specific. But she's somebody who's, you know, she's very, she's a strong character. She's very good at communicating, her thoughts. She's good at, you know, at sort of cutting through the BS. Sometimes she comes across as a little too harsh, but she's, you know, she's a very smart individual. I think sometimes she gets kind of, you know, a bad rap because she, a lot of times she's known as like the, you know, the divorced woman card, that kind of bitter figure. But, you know, I don't see her like that. I see her as somebody who's just, you know, she's very determined. She's very good at figuring out, you know, whatever's going on in the situation. She's very fair. You know, she's a very wise individual. She's a very fair person. And it's all about, you know, again, figuring things out, right? Illuminating. She tries to cut through things to get to the, you know, the core of whatever the problem is or the situation, to provide the answers needed for that, you know, to figure something out. So she's you know, she's very good at figuring things out. I feel that, you know, this could be, again, it could be another person, but I feel this is more you know, you just sort of really being in your element as, you know, as you move through the month of March. Now, at the center of the reading, beginning with this Page of Pentacles, again, this could be a person, right? Pages, usually they're young individuals. So if this is a person, it could be a child of yours. This could be just a younger sort of teenager or early 20s earth sign individual, right? Doesn't need male or female, but if so, it would be either a Capricorn or a Taurus or a Virgo. But this person, usually, you know, the pages come in to bring news of something, right? And the Suit of Pentacles we associate with those earthly things, the tangible material things that we can touch and feel, and the things we can accrue here in the physical realm. So usually the work we do, the money that we earn for the work that we do, our home, our family, education, knowledge. But again, pages bring in news. So this could be an actual person, or this could be also an event or a situation. If so, then this is usually it's usually about, something tangible, like sort of reaching a goal, obtaining some type of, like material success or gain, or achieving, like reaching a dream of yours. So it could be, news of something to do with your job, news of a new job, something to do with finances. And it could very well be something to do with a new job, because we do have this beautiful, Ace of Wands crossing us. So this is very nice energy at the center of the reading, because, this page is really about, it's new things, but it's kind of about manifesting those new things, right? And yes, the page is a young individual, so this is sort of young energy, but it's all about, prosperity and heading towards that prosperity. And then the Ace of Wands comes in. And aces in the tarot, they are new beginnings. Aces are yes cards. They're victory cards. And this new beginning is always divinely, it's a divinely blessed new beginning. This deck doesn't actually show it like it, but in the traditional tarot, it's usually the hand of the universe extending, whatever this new wonderful thing is. So this, and we usually associate the Suit of Wands with those, the day-to-day activities that we do, such as the work that we, our work, it can be creative endeavors, creative projects, can be work around the home, right, doing the chores around the home. It can be our own determination and fire and drive and ambition for getting those things done, right? That's usually what we associate with the Suit of Wands. But with the Ace, it could be, definitely could be a new job. It could be a new creative endeavor, a new opportunities, a new way to make, for money to come in, with this Page of Pentacles being sort of prosperity, and then this new way or new opportunity coming in related to that. It's a card of, sort of harnessing, like calling you to harness your creative energy, really moving forward, and being very fearless, right? And the page is also, this Page of Pentacles is kind of like a fearless character, in that, he or she just trusts in the fact that, yes, they are going to achieve, they are going to be prosperous, they are going to achieve whatever they set their sights on. And so you have these two very powerful cards at the center of your reading. Now, the foundation of your reading, which is, I pulled clarifiers on this one card, because you have the Devil card, and this is Major Arcana number 15 of the Major Arcana. And the Devil we usually associate with sort of those material, a lot of times it has to do with material attachments, but it's being attached to, things that are unhealthy. These can be unhealthy relationships. This can be an unhealthy way of thinking. It could be, like an unhealthy habit that we have. Whatever it is, it's feeling as though we are chained to that, right? And are unable to sort of get out of whatever that is with this Devil energy. And to me, the Devil card kind of, I was looking here at the card that you have as the outbound energy, the Hermit. It's kind of like the opposite energy here, because the Devil is all about, not having, or not looking, or not being interested in that deeper meaning in life, or deeper, higher purpose. It's all about the here and now. It's the, the material pleasures. So it's the, I don't want to say sex, drugs, and rock and roll, but it's, everything associated here with the material realm, and usually things that are unhealthy, A lot of times, relationships can, we can sometimes find ourselves in these unhealthy relationships, with those very toxic types of individuals that, they're not the easiest to get away from. But then we have, as you leave them on this Hermit, which is all, dropping crystals, which is all about, going within and seeking out knowledge and trying to find, evaluating the next steps. But really, it's a spiritual card. It's about taking that time out, and going within. So it's interesting that you have this at the foundation, and the cards that came out as clarifiers, and I use the Klimt Tarot. It's a little pocket edition. They're a little difficult to shuffle, but I think they're very beautiful. So you have here in the past position the Tower. In the mid, I'm sorry for them. It's a little difficult to hold them up because they're gilded, so they're sort of very shiny. But this is actually card number 19, right? Of card number 19 of the Major Arcana, which is the Sun. And then the last one that came out is number 4, the 4 of Pentacles. Okay, so looking at these 3 clarifiers, I mean, beginning with this Tower card, right? The Tower is all about some type of upheaval. Usually there's it's very unexpected. Well, it's always unexpected, but there can be this sort of change in fortune, this reversal in fortune, some type of really striking revelation that comes in. So this does show up in the past position. So there might have been something very unexpected that came in. Possibly it would have to do with moving away from this devil, whatever this devil card might be in your life. But then it brings us to the Sun, which is a beautiful card to have. The Sun is all about illumination, right? The Sun has to do with seeing things for what they really are. It shines its light. It brings clarity to situations, right? It's a card of great health and abundance. And then what comes up in the future is this 4 of Pentacles, which kind of brings me back to the devil, because if there is some type of, earthly sort of financial, material attachment, this 4 of Pentacles, oftentimes it appears when there's like kind of like an unhealthy attachment to, sometimes it's referred to as the miser card. So there's this unhealthy attachment to material things, to money, right? And with this coming out on the Devil card, and it's interesting because in this particular deck, the cards, they also have, an additional meaning. So, for example, with this Tower card here in the past position, this card speaks of refuge, of destruction of conventions, right? And then it's followed by the Sun card, which is about truth, can be collaboration as well. And then with this 4 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles in this deck, it has to do with profitable investments, useful acquaintances. And then, moving over here to the past position, we do have this King of Pentacles. And I do see, we have this Page of Pentacles at the center of the reading. We have the King of Pentacles in the past. Over here in your environment, we have the 7. So, and then with this coming out on the Devil, there might be, for some of you watching, there might have been some type of unexpected, news that came in with regards to finances, something that you weren't expecting. Maybe it was, it might have been something not that great, but then, you managed to sort of turn things around and everything came out okay. But now you're sort of feeling as though, you don't want to lose what you've managed to save up, because this Miser card, a lot of times it does speak of, yes, you have sort of enough financially, you're okay, but you want to hold on too tightly to what you have. And it's never good to hold on too tightly. Like with money, they say that you should allow it to flow, give and take, allow the money to flow. When you try to sort of put a stop on that and hold on to what you have too tightly, that's usually when you run into trouble. So the interesting cards to come out on the Devil right there. So in the past position, this King of Pentacles could be a person. If so, then typically this would be an older earth sign individual, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. Doesn't necessarily have to be male, right? Could be male or female, but usually an older figure. And the King of Pentacles is somebody who is really, he has mastered his particular suit. So he has mastered the suit of Pentacles. He is somebody who is very financially stable. He's very trustworthy, usually very honest. Definitely can count on this person. He knows how to make money. He knows how to hold on to his money. He knows where to invest his money. And so he's a very financially stable individual. So with this in the past, this could have been, somebody stepping in to help you, possibly give you some financial guidance, telling you, how to manage your finances better. This could be you taking on this energy, realizing that you needed to get more of a control, more control over your finances and set up some type of budget, monthly budget or spending plan, trying to put some money away each month for when there are unexpected events in life, such as, your car breaking down or trip to the emergency room, those type of things. And what's crowning your reading is this unknown card. And so the unknown card is exactly as it states, that it's unknown. So, with this coming out is what's crowning you. It's kind of like you're not supposed to know yet, right? You see how she's holding this crystal ball. And usually the crystal ball is there to provide clarity, right? It's there to offer some type of clarity on a situation, but hers is opaque. It's clouded over. So, the answers are not meant to be known yet, whatever these answers are. There's something that has yet to be revealed to you, possibly with regards to this new financial endeavor or this new job. But there's something here that so it could have to do with something from the past as well, that that you might not fully understand or have a good grasp over, whatever this is from the past. So you do need to find out, you do need to figure this out before you are able to move on or make a decision. But there's still something here that's that's cloudy, that is not, you need to take further steps, or you need to do something else or wait for something else to appear in order to clarify, the bigger picture. Sometimes this card appears when you're being asked to move forward with an open mind, keep an open mind about things, even if you're not that sure, even if things do look a little, unsure, keep an open mind about them. And I did pull clarifiers on this unknown. And we have the Five of Wands in the past position, the Three of Pentacles, and the Six of Wands. Sorry for all the glare. They're beautiful in person, but it's very difficult to show them on camera. So, with the Five of Wands, this in the past position, the Five of Wands is usually a card of conflict. But it's a card of, not seeing things eye to eye. It's a card of sometimes when you're applying for a job, this Five of Wands will come up because it's, it speaks of you going up against other people. So it's this competing against others, but it's not like it's not a battle card. It's not a bad card. It's just some type of conflict. It can be conflicting ideas. If, within the workplace, that can be you possibly working or needing to work with other people, but there are, different points of view. So trying to find that, common ground among everybody. With the Three of Pentacles after it, the Three of Pentacles is all about, it's a little similar to the Seven of Pentacles that we have over here in your environment, but it has to do with reaching a milestone. It has to do with, setting your sights on the future, even though you're working hard. Sometimes it has to do with partnering up with other people. And then, you have this Six of Wands as the, this sort of outbound energy here, or the in the future position. And the Six of Wands is a victory card. So whatever this unknown thing is that you might be dealing with, you might be partnering up, or you might have to deal with people who have, a different way of looking at things than you do, differing points of view. But ultimately, I mean, it looks like you are going to be victorious. So, if you are going up against other people for a job, and especially with this Ace of Wands right here, this is you coming out on top. This is you beating out the competition. If this is you partnering up with other people on a project, even if there are differing points of view, this is you, again, being able to work with them, coming out, on top, knowing how to work with those people. So, and again, with this Five of Wands in the past position there, yeah, I mean, it's kind of like the woman looks, she looks almost as if she's defeated before she's even started. That's kind of the message coming through from this card. So it's about, being prepared, being prepared. If this is you going up against other people, just be as prepared as you can be. If this is you, working with other people who have differing points of view, just try to be as prepared as possible. Keep getting preparation coming through on that card. And then with the Three of Pentacles, again, there is some type of success also attached with this card. And then, with the victory card, the Six of Wands coming out, there's if there is some type of confrontation here, this is victorious confrontation. So this is you being rewarded, your efforts being rewarded. It's you defeating rivals. So, and I do feel that this is more within sort of the workplace. Like I didn't, the energy that I got off the entire spread, it really wasn't to do with relationships. I really got a strong, a strong message that it has to do with your finances. It has to do with, the career, you're within the career sector. And then there's this change coming up in the future position, so whatever this is you coming out ahead, you coming out on top, and there's a big change. The Wheel of Fortune, this is powerful energy. So this is, and you have the Wheel of Fortune in the future, and then you as the Fool. Well, the Wheel of Fortune is it has to do with destiny, right? This is the wheel of fortune turning here. So new opportunities. If things weren't going your way for whatever reason in the past, they are now. There's a change in luck, new cycles beginning. It's also a very karmic card. So, if there was sort of some type of karmic lesson to be learned, or some type of karmic the karma related to what you have been dealing with, that's over now, and the wheel is turning, and and this is all about you having these new opportunities coming in. And these aren't small opportunities. These are big. These are life-changing opportunities coming in. It's sort of the whole universe really just, spinning and sort of conspiring and helping to shape this new cycle, this, this new beginning, new destiny here for you, which is great. And you have the Ace, which is a new beginning. You have the Wheel of Fortune, which is this new cycle, new beginning here. And then you are the Fool. You are starting on a new journey. So, as you head towards the sort of middle to end of the month, you're just, you're ready to take a chance. You're poised and ready to sort of step off the cliff here. You're trusting in these new things, these new opportunities coming in for you, even though it looks a little, it is a little scary, quite daunting. You're here. I mean, she has, she's trusting in the universe to guide her along on this new path. And we have the beautiful butterflies flying around her, the new things, rebirth, right? This is you really stepping off the cliff, taking that leap of faith, trusting in the universe that all will, will go according to the plan of the universe, right? According to this new cycle that's beginning in your life. Now, in your environment, or how others are viewing you, what's going on around you, you have this Seven of Pentacles, which is, again, it's more, more Pentacles energy, more earthly, tangible, material sort of energy going on. And it's all about reaching a goal, reaching a milestone. But it also has to do with, taking time out to, even though this woman, she feels very, she feels quite happy. She feels quite proud of herself for what she has achieved. It's also necessary to sort of take a step back, think about what's needed in order to, to have even more, because this is the seven. She still has, the 8, the 9 to get to the 10 of Pentacles, which is the ultimate, culmination of the Pentacles suit. So she knows that there's still work to be done here, but she's feeling very happy. She's definitely seeing the results of her hard work here. And she's proud of that, but she also knows that, she needs to keep going. She needs to work harder to keep this garden, looking as beautiful and lush as it is, in order to have even more fruit in her basket in the future. So, yes, there are new beginnings, but there's also, there's more to be done, in order to bring about even greater results, Your hopes and fears is, exactly what we have going on here. So you're hoping for this transition, right? The Six of Swords is a transition card, and this is cerebral energy. It's your energy, just like we have the Queen of Swords over here. So it's our thoughts, so mentally, this is you mentally, and possibly physically, but more mentally, walking away from. You see how she's, she's heading towards the light. She's leaving behind something that no longer serves her. She's ready for whatever this new beginning is, with the Fool, with the Wheel of Fortune. And so the Six of Swords, it really has to do with, again, it's transition, but it's this period, this time of moving away, leaving something in the past. That sometimes it's, it can be a little bit difficult. Sometimes there's sadness, even regret as we leave, the past behind. But, there's new things ahead. So this woman, she's looking towards the light. She's anticipating what's coming up ahead. And with this Wheel of Fortune, things are the wheel is turning, new cycles are beginning. So you're hoping for this new beginning. You're ready for it. You're, even though it might be a little bit difficult, you're heading towards that here. But as you leave the month of February, heading into March, you have the Hermit, okay? The outbound energy is the Hermit. So, this, it's a little bit like the, I was looking back at something else, sorry. It's a little bit like the Seven of Pentacles, in the sense that you're sort of reevaluating, thinking about what's needed. But the Hermit is it's a more spiritual card. This is a major arcana, so definitely there's a more significant message coming through with the Hermit. But the Hermit, you can see that she is seated. She's, again, on top of this, we have the Fool on this cliff here. The Hermit sits atop the cliff. But the Hermit goes within. The Hermit retreats from the world, really to, to find that deeper meaning, right? This is a time where, you might be questioning, you might be a little bit scared about these new beginnings. So you're kind of, you're really concentrating, you're going inwards, you're sort of reevaluating your goals, reevaluating the path that you're on. And it just kind of really thinking about those next steps, and if the path, if these new changes, it's just you sort of reevaluating, thinking about all of this, and there's a lot of new things coming in here, and you definitely you're getting clarity, right? You are feeling very, very sort of strong and very in control, but you also, like I said towards the beginning of the reading, you also have a lot of divine guidance here. So the universe is really sort of stepping in and pushing you forward and saying, yes, you are on this right path. There is definitely, there's this divine guidance as you move towards this, and as you leave certain things behind, and that can cause, a slight or a little bit of anxiety, but, you are the Fool here. You are taking that leap of faith, and you're walking away. You're transitioning out of whatever this is, and you are heading towards these new things as you head into April. So the two cards that we have from the Oracle decks, we have Elevation. You are making the conscious decision to raise your vibration of love. And from the Soulful Woman deck, we have card number 24, Boundaries. My clear boundaries allow me to protect myself, nurture my intentions, and follow my true self. So let me read. I like to read the full meaning for the Oracle card. So I'll start off with card number 24, Boundaries. And this card says, my boundaries are like energy doors that help me manage my life. At times, I keep the doors open, inviting in blessings from others and my environment. At other times, I close the doors to nourish my own creativity, energy, and well-being. I feel good about having boundaries and for being able to say no thanks. For I know that by saying no, I'm saying yes to something else, something that's more important for my for my growth, healing, and enlivenment. Having clear boundaries allows me to protect myself, nurture my intentions, and follow my true self. Boundaries are an essential part of my self-care and self-love. And maybe this boundaries card, it might have something to do with this devil, right? It might have, maybe for some of you, there might be a need to set boundaries, which isn't always easy to do, right? A lot of times, it's easy for us to get into these, especially with the devil, relationships, where we're constantly saying yes to people, and taking on too much or doing more than our share, or, not knowing how to say no. So this card is just a reminder to set those boundaries. It's good to have boundaries to protect ourselves, right? And Elevation. So the Elevation card, let me find it. It says, there we go. It says, in order to live a fulfilled life of complete happiness and enjoyment, you must first become mindful of how you perceive the world and your place in it. What you think has a tremendous influence on how your soul will experience life and its many diverse situations. As magnetic beings, our souls work perfectly within the law of attraction and draw us to exactly what we create with our thoughts. In order to elevate your soul, your mindset may need to be spiritually altered. Love is the greatest healing energy source there is, and by using it properly, you can instantly change your life and your circumstances. Begin by setting the intention of raising your consciousness. Second, be mindful of the tone of your thoughts. Then finally, let go and let the universe do its part. Commune with nature, take a walk through a forest, dance in the ocean waves, or go out and garden. Through these activities, your mind is brought into an awareness of the oneness of the natural world. Assess the people in your life. Are they elevating or draining your energy? Become aware of your purpose in life and live it one day at a time. Elevate someone else's life with joy, for it is in giving that you receive. Forgive others and clear that energy, transforming it to pure love, knowing that you cannot force anyone to be something they are not. Above all, have fun and delight in your journey. So again, I get the message for coming from these two cards. I really am tying in with this Devil card, which is at the foundation. So, for some of you, I think these messages, you might need to hear them. It might have something to do with, a relationship, some type of toxic relationship, or, I do feel that these cards are tied in with this Devil card. So I do hope that the messages have helped you. I appreciate you watching the video and liking, subscribing. I look forward to reading for you again next month. And just know that I'm sending you all much peace, love, and light for a wonderful rest of the month. Bye for now.